Hey, Julian! Congrats on starting middle school. I'm sorry that I wasn't there to see you off on your first day. Thanks. Don't worry about it. You live pretty far from here and you have work, so I understand. Well, yeah, but I would have loved to be there, only I would have been able to take off vacation days. It's okay. You made it to my graduation ceremony. And thank you for buying me the school uniform. But I really didn't need the brand new one. Were you gonna use my old uniform otherwise? Yeah, we kept yours just in case, and it's in pretty good state, I think. No way! It's been years! I'm sure it's nicer for you to wear your own. But school uniforms are expensive. What are you talking about? You don't need to worry about any of that. I'm making enough money. But it's the money you worked hard for. I don't want you to waste it. Besides, you just bought me a nice watch as my graduation gift too. That was something I wanted to buy as a present. And it's not a waste if I'm using my money for you. Nothing makes me happier if you can enjoy your school and study hard. You are smart enough to make it to college. Well, college is still a ways away. Guess you're right. But you like studying, right? Yeah, I don't mind it. I enjoy learning new things. I'm really proud of how you turned out. You were acing everything elementary school, too. You know that's not something that everyone can do, right? Is it? I just followed the textbooks. See? That's amazing. Oh, by the way, don't hesitate to ask me if there's anything you need for school. And are you sure I only need to give you an allowance of $20 per month? It's more than enough. I'm not planning on joining any extracurricular school activities that would cost money anyways. You aren't? Why not? No. Well, Mom needs my help at home. She can't do house chores without me. Oh, is she still not feeling well? Apparently not. She stays in bed most of the time. But she goes out in the evening saying she's leaving for work. Is that so? Still, I don't want you to bite off more than you can chew. Your number one focus should be about school. I will talk to Mom and see if she can help a little more around the house. But she can't help it if she's not feeling well. Well, yeah, but it's also not good for her health if she's not getting out of bed at all. You think so? Hey, Julian, are you sure you want to stay there? If you're having trouble focusing on school there, you can always come stay with me too, you know. I know my place is tiny since it's a company dorm and all, but it's big enough for the two of us. No, I'm okay. You're working really hard every day. You don't need to worry about me. But of course I worry about you. You're my one and only brother. I'm doing just fine. You worried too much, Christopher. Okay, fine. But you let me know if anything happens. If you're ever having trouble or if something is bothering you, I want to be the first to know. Okay, I'll make sure to do that. Thanks! Okay, great. We'll talk again soon. Hey, Mom, I just saw your text. What do you mean you don't have enough money?
I'm sorry, Chris. You know how Julian started his middle school last month? There were a bunch of extra costs here and there because of that, and we ran out of money before we knew it.
I thought I bought all the things he needed for school.
You did, but there were a few unexpected costs for school activities and such. And he made new friends who want to do things together with him, and that's not free either.
Julian said you guys are doing fine financially the other day when I talked to him.
I think he didn't want to cause you any more trouble. He doesn't want to be too much of a burden on you. You know how he's like that.
Well, yeah. But Mom, I'm sending you $2,000 per month. I can do that because I'm living in my company's dorm. But still, it's already really tight, to be honest. Can't you do something about this yourself since you're working as well?
I can only work on days I'm feeling well. I feel bad, but I still need your help.
If you are so sick, why don't you go see a doctor properly?
I did, but they couldn't figure out what's wrong. That's why I don't know what to do. Apparently, there are more people like me than you'd think.
From my perspective, it looks like you're just being lazy. Not just recently, since I was a little kid. I feel like you're not feeling well because you don't take care of yourself. Besides, you still haven't quit drinking either, have you?
Oh, well, why can't I drink? That's the only good thing going on in my life.
I'm saying there are things you need to take care of before that.
Do you think you grew up by yourself? I worked hard to feed you. You are where you are because of my sacrifice. Are you telling me that you still can't see that?
I was already working as a paper boy since I was in middle school, wasn't I? And I had a part-time job in high school, too. You did pay for things for me before that, but I was able to survive due to the free school lunches I received. Because Grandma was still around. You barely ever cooked.
You have always been so ungrateful. I'm so glad that Julian didn't turn out like you. He's always been my favorite.
I don't care what you think of me. I'm only asking you to work harder if you care about Julian at all.
Oh, don't worry. He's receiving lots of love from me. Unlike you.
I guess you don't need my help anymore then.
Hey, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You don't care if your little brother starves?
I'm sure you guys can make ends meet if you work harder. After all, it's for your favorite son.
Don't be so rude. I know I wasn't a perfect mother for you, but I am trying to change.
And that's why you're asking me for more money?
Well, I know you're getting your bonus soon. And I know you. You probably have some money saved up as well.
Why do you always have to completely rely on my salary?
Do you know how hard it is to raise a child as a single mother? And I am not the cute young waitress I once was anymore. People don't tip me as generously as they used to. Oh, thinking about our financial situation is starting to give me a headache.
You are unbelievable! How much do you even need?
Well, $300 will do for now. It's almost time for the next stipend from you anyways.
Can't you try to be a bit wiser with the money?
We still haven't been able to pay for utilities this month either.
Fine. I will wire you $300.
Thanks, Christopher, my precious son. Oh, and I wouldn't mind if you take me out for a nice steak dinner once you get your bonus. I will be looking forward to that.
I hope you were joking. Anyways, since I'm helping you out, I expect for Julian to be fed well.
I know that. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it. I want you to know that I am grateful and I'm not taking what you do for us for granted.
Yes, I know. You don't have to be grateful so much, but please make sure to look after Julian. Let him focus on school. And please, don't make him do so many house chores.
Yes, I'm doing more lately, so you don't have to worry about it. I have to go, but make sure to wire me the money soon.
Hey, Julian. Sorry it took me a while to get back to you. They put me on the night shift at the factory today. I'm finally on my break now. That's okay. I'm sorry for bothering you while you're working. Is everything okay? Did something happen? Well, it's your birthday today. Oh, right. Did you forget? Yeah, completely. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Thank you for everything that you do for us. Thanks, Julian. I'm so happy that you remembered my birthday. Of course. And there might be something waiting for you when you get back to your dorm. What? You sent me a present too? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'm sorry. Was it too much? No, I'm so happy. Thanks, Julian. I've never been this excited to go home. It's nothing expensive, though. That doesn't matter. I'm just happy that you chose something for me. Good! I'm glad you're excited. Anyways, I think I'll go to bed now. I have to wake up early again. Why? Isn't it Saturday tomorrow? Do you have plans? Yeah. I have to go around and visit the nearby bakeries on the weekend. Bakeries? You know how sometimes bakeries sell day-old bread? Yeah, I've seen it. Otherwise it goes to waste, right? Exactly. I go around looking for those on Saturdays to make sure I have things to eat the following week. They're usually more than 50% off. And it lasts long if you freeze them. Wait, that's not all you eat, is it? No, that's not the only thing since I have the free school lunches. But I eat the bread for my breakfast, dinners, and lunches on weekends. You know I send you guys $2,000 per month, right? Why do you need to eat like that? Why aren't you fed properly? What $2,000? Mom told me that we're not receiving anything from you. I don't believe this. What? What's going on? Mom must be using everything for herself. She's using your salary? Yeah. Wow. She's always apologized to me about not having enough money. She told me never to worry you with our financial situation. Julian, is she home right now? No, she's out. I see. I guess she's out drinking again. Drinking? Not work? Julian, I'm about to tell you something that you might not want to hear. But I think you're smart enough to have noticed things already. Do you think you're ready to hear about what I'm about to tell you? Yeah. It'll be long, so I'm gonna call you instead. What about your work? I thought you were only on a break right now. It's okay. I'll go talk to my boss. This is important. I know you're tired, but give me a few minutes to explain things to you. All right. Chris, no matter what it is, I believe you. And I'll believe everything you say. So please, tell me everything you know.
Hey, Chris, you're supposed to send me my monthly stipend today. I still don't see it in my account.
That's because I'm done giving you any money.
What? What do you mean? What are you thinking? You don't care about what happens to Julian?
You are the one who doesn't care about Julian at all.
What do you mean, of course I care about him?
If that's the case, is he home with you right now?
What? Oh, yes, he's not here now that you've mentioned it.
You don't even notice if your precious son's not home?
Well, that's because I just woke up.
You just don't care. Like you didn't with me.
What are you talking about?
He's gonna be with me from now on.
What?
I know now that he won't get the life he deserves if he's with you. I only left him there because he was still in elementary school when I left home for work after I graduated high school. And it seemed like you cared about him a bit more than you did for me. But I was wrong. I learned it the hard way.
Well, that's not true at all. I did take care of him.
Then why was he living off of old bread? He told me that the only time he eats anything other than that was the school lunches. Not only have you never cooked for him, but you never even gave him any money to buy food for himself. You must have been using all the money I sent you for alcohol. I just can't believe how any mother could do that. You're a piece of garbage.
You. Is that how you talk to your own mother? Who do you think raised you?
I survived because of my luck, and because sometimes you happen to be in a mood to feed me, but mostly because I worked hard for my own survival. I was fortunate enough to have some other grown-ups around me to help me grow up too, but I know for sure that it wasn't you.
Oh, don't act like you grew up all by yourself. A brat who doesn't even know how hard it is to raise kids.
And who's been lying and taking money from that brat?
It's a duty as a child to support your mother once you start making money. To pay back for what I've given you so far.
I think I paid back more than enough. I've been sending you a monthly stipend for 3 years since I graduated from high school. It was supposed to only be $1,000 per month, but now it's at $2,000 per month. I don't owe you anything anymore. Besides, I was sending that money for Julian, not you.
Enough with the nonsense, just give Julian back to me.
Not in a million years. By the way, he knows all about what you've done to me in the past, and how you were lying and using my money just for yourself.
What? Why would you tell him that?
Because I figured that he should know. I just want him to have a normal life like others. I don't want him to go through what I went through. I can't believe that he isn't being fed properly. You are the worst! Give me back all the money that was meant for Julian!
Oh, come on, Chris. You don't have to be so upset. I was doing my best to not rely on you too much, you know.
You were doing your best? So your best is to stay in bed all day and go out drinking at night?
I was working sometimes too.
By work, you mean meeting guys online and asking them to support you?
I was trying my best. You don't understand what I'm going through.
I asked my friends back home to look into you for this past month. Everyone had lots of free time and was willing to help me out since they are still in college and not working like I am. They were more reliable than my own mother. That's how I found out you're out drinking every night. And other crap like you receiving money from guys you hook up with.
Don't talk bad about what I do. I am sacrificing my own body to help support this family.
I wouldn't have said anything if you were taking care of Julian properly. There are so many different types of jobs out there, and I respect every single one of them. But you're using the money you earn for your own drinking problem, not for supporting Julian.
I was trying to make enough so that I can keep the stipend you gave me and use it for him.
And have you ever given him any? You only gave him a small allowance of $20. And did you even try to save up even a little bit more money for him? I don't think so. I don't even want to look at your face anymore.
Christopher, calm down.
I am calm, Mom. I just know now that I should never trust anything you say. I will never forgive you for this.
Chris, I understand that Julian will stay with you for now, but I won't be able to survive if you suddenly stop sending me money. Can't you at least keep helping me for a little longer? I promise I'll do something during that time to ensure I can start supporting myself.
You would have done that already if that's something you can do. I don't want to have anything to do with you ever again.
Please, Christopher, you can't do this to me. Are you going to abandon me like your father did?
He shouldn't have left us like that, ignoring all his responsibilities. But he's so much better than you in a sense that he never asked me for any money.
Chris, I want you to know that I do love you from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry that I couldn't give you everything that you deserved, but I was just doing my best to survive.
Then you should have let us go.
What?
I would have much rather preferred to have grown up in an orphanage. Anywhere would have been better than staying with you.
That's a horrible thing to say.
You only kept us because you knew that you could get more financial support that way. The government helps you because you're a single mother. And you knew that you can ask me to help support Julian once I start working. You should never have had any children if you only look at us as money trees.
That's really not true, Chris. I do love both of you so much.
Well, unfortunately, it didn't ever seem that way. Everyone else treated me way nicer than you ever did.
I will be a better mother from now on. Listen, I have an idea. Why don't we all move into your place as a family? That way, I can do things that I couldn't do in the past for the two of you.
We don't need you.
Oh, I'm sure you don't mean that. I'm your only mother. You don't seriously want to abandon me, do you?
You abandoned us first, Mom. This is enough. We'll ever forget we even had a mother. They say you can't choose your parents, but we do have the choice to cut them out of our lives. Since then, she tried reaching out to us a few times, but we kept ignoring her. And she must have gotten contacted by child services because she stopped bothering us after that. I wasn't able to get full legal custody of Julian because his mother is still alive. But child services agreed that it's better for him to stay with me considering our family situation. And I heard a rumor that Mom skipped town after we stopped hearing from her. She probably couldn't pay for her rent anymore and decided to bail. We received a voice message from a public phone, and I think it was our mother. But we stopped listening and deleted the message as soon as we realized that it could be from her. Wherever she is and whatever she's doing, it has nothing to do with us whatsoever. So we really don't need to hear what she has to say. Sometimes I wonder if I did the right thing for my brother. I told him that he might never be able to see his mom ever again if he comes with me. But he still chose to be with me. I want to respect his decision. And I'll do my best to forget about Mom and everything that has happened. Of course, he has his own choice to look for her once he's grown up. But I have no intention to help her no matter what state she's in. I rented a small apartment near my work, and that's where Julian and I both live right now. He did have to switch schools, but he made new friends right away, and I think he settled in nicely. I can't say we have lots of money, but I think we have just enough to live comfortably, especially now that I don't need to send any money to anyone. We take turns on the house chores, and he often cooks dinner for us. He's been a great help every day. But I want him to enjoy being a kid to the fullest. So I'm going to make sure that I don't rely on him too much and give him the life that he always deserved. But of course, what should matter the most is what he wants for himself. So we'll keep communicating with each other and decide what kind of life we want to have. Just like we always dreamed of. I will also ensure I don't ever take people who choose to help us for granted, like the people who helped me in my youth. I am so grateful to those people that I promise myself that I will keep living honestly and help anyone who might need it, like I needed it.
Hey, Terry. Are you able to talk a little now?
What's going on with you, Melody?
Well, I want to talk with you about your mom and I, and something that came up today.
My mom? Now that you mention it, you did say that you were gonna take them some gifts from our last vacation, right? What happened between you and my mom that you want to talk about?
Okay. I did go over to see her and drop off those gifts for your mom and dad, but she was a bit cold to me for some reason. I really do feel that my hunch about her hating me has been true. I've had it since you and I got married, but today she showed me that she really doesn't want me around.
Well, you think so? But to me, it doesn't seem like she really hates you. If anything, my mom's the kind of person that will hold back her personal feelings most of the time. And so, even if she did have something against you after doing something wrong, she wouldn't drag that anger out over time. Also, recently during your birthday, she even came out and gave you a present, right? It was that bracelet you had been asking for over a year then.
It was nice of her to get me that for my birthday, but maybe she's acting all kind to me like that because you're around. She doesn't want you to know her true feelings about me because that would cause unnecessary drama in the family, right?
Perhaps you're right. I'm sorry, it's not that I don't believe what you're telling me right now, but I just can't imagine her being rude to you. She's never acted cold to anyone before without at least giving them reason for it.
Well, she has given me reason for it. She will ask me about why we haven't kids yet, as though we aren't ever trying, or as though I'm the one at fault for it. And she'll ask about if I'm doing all the chores and cooking or not. And if I don't answer exactly the way she wants, she'll scold me about becoming a better wife. And she'll tell me things like quitting my job and becoming a housewife would be the best thing for you. Her saying and asking all those things directly to my face gives me a terrible feeling. It's like she's saying she doesn't want me to be married to you anymore. What if she starts asking me to leave you soon?
That's pretty harsh of her. I'm sorry about that. I'll go tell her that she needs to go easy on you or else I'll have to get in the way of things.
No, you don't have to do that. If you were to tell her to be kind to me, she'd know that I went and told on her and get even more upset, right?
Well, that's a good point. But I don't think telling her is the only way to get her to be quiet. If I don't, then things will keep being rough between the both of you. And I doubt anything could get any better.
Please do not tell her about this yet. I'm not quite ready to deal with this all myself. And I'm sure she isn't either after what she's told me. I just don't feel that we are close enough yet to handle a discussion about this. And I really don't want her to start getting angry with you for knowing about this.
Alright, but I wonder what's made her go and act that way. She was so happy that you and I got married. She even managed to pay for our whole honeymoon as a gift to us for becoming husband and wife, and I assume that you both were doing well with one another, since she always asked you to go see her every month.
I think that she's finally come to that point where she's realizing that she doesn't like me after all. Look, she's even being straight with me about her feelings about me as your wife. Am I not doing something to flatter her or something? Maybe to her, a woman like me isn't good enough because of that. I knew I should have quit my job and devoted all my time to you.
I'm still not sure my mom would be that upset though by you not trying to flatter her or anything. And her getting upset that you work a job right now is just hypocritical of her. Back in her day, just after marrying my dad, she worked a full-time job for at least another 5 years. Well, just know that when my mom was with a friend, she's always straight with her feelings. And at times can come off as a bit abrasive due to her tone, but she never means any harm by it.
But I'm not the same as her friends, right? I don't think you understand what's going on here, Terry.
I'm sorry, but just know that I'm trying my best to be on your side here. However, hearing that my mom is being that cold to you out of nowhere is a bit... Well, it just makes me wonder if something serious happened to her to make her act that way.
Just know that she really is not happy with me, Terry. Even if you're trying to find a reason for why that is, it doesn't change the fact that she's picking on me right now. I think the reason for all of this is that she simply hates me. Not having a kid yet or working at the same time as your husband. She says all of that about me in the disgusted tone, as though she just expects that I'll start trying for a kid with you and quit my dream job.
I see. I'm really sorry. I'll do my best to get in between you both so that things like this don't get any worse.
You don't have to do that.
Huh?
Having to be the mediator would mean even more work for you, right? You're already working hard enough at your job, so having to mediate us would stress you out too much.
But she's my mom, and you're my wife. Me being between you two would be the best option here, so that I can make sure you both don't take things too far, and that I can get a better understanding of her feelings. And you want her to stop coming to you with all of her rude comments, right?
Well, I do, but... Listen, if she sees that I've changed all of a sudden when talking to her, she'll think something's happened, right? And if you're always around, she might put on a face to make it seem as though nothing's wrong between us. So, how about we just slowly work on making some distance between us, and hopefully that will make her realize that she can't be so mean to me.
So you're asking that I just don't do anything about this?
Yes, for the time being, that's what I want. As long as you're around to listen to me talk, that'll make me feel better.
Understood. Then I'll just sit back and watch what all happens. But if things do start to take a turn for the worst, I'll have no choice but to step in, okay?
Thank you. I want to take this as slow and gentle as possible, so if you plan to tell your mom anything, please let me know first, and I'll make sure that I don't talk with your mom much anymore. Also, if she does come to you about any of this, tell me right away so that I know how she feels.
Okay. I just want you to keep doing what you've always been doing, Melody. And you don't have to worry about working as well as me and doing all the chores in the house because I don't mind what you're already doing. So if you can bear whatever my mom keeps saying about you, then just don't pay any attention to her.
Okay. I'm so happy I married my loving Terry. Thank you so much for always being here to support me. Terry, when are you going to be coming home today?
I'm sorry, but I have some leftover work to finish up, so I won't be home until later tonight. Do you think you can have dinner without me?
Then is it okay if I go out with a friend for dinner? Amy told me that she wants to try out a restaurant near our office and invited me to go tonight.
Was Amy the one that came to our wedding? And she was the one you went on vacation with a couple months back, right?
That's her. And she'll be in town for a while for a business.
Well, then this is perfect timing for you guys to go out and eat. Go right ahead and enjoy dinner with her. You don't have to worry about me tonight.
Thank you. And another thing. Today I got another call from your mom.
Yeah, from my mom?
She told me that she doesn't like me being your wife.
Huh? She would tell you something like that?
I'm being serious. She told me that me being with you is a waste of her son. I can't make any kids with you, and I'm never home to take care of the place.
Are you sure you're not just exaggerating?
Uh-huh. Are you not going to believe me?
Well, in my mom's case, she was late having kids as well. So from what I've heard, she was picked on quite a lot by her mother-in-law. My mom even told me she'd never act the same way to her daughter-in-law.
So you're saying that because she was picked on, she shouldn't be doing it to me? There are people like that, but...
I can see her forgetting to think about what happened to her, but she's not the kind of person to be that straight when it comes to such serious topics. I'm not doubting what you're saying, but I just wonder if there could be any misunderstandings happening.
So, in other words, you're doubting me, right? You're saying that you don't trust me at all then?
No, that's not at all what I mean. But the mom I know isn't someone who talks down to others like that. And so I just wonder a little bit about what's really happening here.
Why are you not going to side with me on this?
I have to hear what my mom has to say first.
And I'm asking that you don't bring this up to her. I just want the two of us to stay away from her. If you talk to her about any of it, she's going to want to bully me even more. If you're not going to be here to trust me, then who's going to be there to keep me protected?
I understand that I'm all you have right now.
I just don't want to be around her anymore. And if I can, I want you to come with me.
But she's my mom, Melody.
But why do you want to continue talking to the person that's hurting me? It doesn't matter if she's your mom. If you can't just trust and do as I say, I'll have to leave you.
Huh? Like a divorce?
Well, yeah, a divorce. If you're just going to let your mom keep bullying me, then that shows you'll never be on my side. And I don't need a husband that's not willing to protect me.
Not protect you? But you told me not to tell my mom to knock it off, and you said for me to just leave things as they are now, right? So how do you want me to protect you?
I'm asking that you just cut ties with her.
And I'll only do that once I've heard from her. What's going on here?
You're the worst. By doing that, you'll only drag me deeper into the problem. I only have you right now, Terry.
Are you okay, Melody? I don't want to have to ask this, but could you just be really tired right now?
Well, if you think that I'm just tired, then we'll do as I said. I'm going to go out and get copies of the divorce paperwork that we can fill out.
Calm down a little. Right now, the city office isn't even open.
I can't calm down anymore, and that's why I want to take action now. And as for the divorce papers, I can just download them on the internet and print them out. I can even walk to the office and get them at the entrance gate. I can get those divorce papers whenever I'd like.
I'm sorry, Melody, so please don't talk about things like divorce, okay?
Well, if you don't want to listen to me talk about it, then do as I've asked.
Alright. I'll do just what you said.
If you're lying to me, I'll be coming over you. And when you come home tonight, I'm having you sign the divorce papers. That way, if you ever do try to stab me in the back again, I'll be able to hand these right in away.
Do you really want to get a divorce, Melody?
I don't want to. But if you're not going to take care of me, then I have no other choice.
I see.
If you still love me, then do as I say. Because you won't have any other chances after this.
Melody? Are you alright right now?
Yeah, I'm good. And my boss isn't around, so I can talk for a bit. What's up?
Well, I wanted to let you know that I was contacted by my mom.
Huh? From your mom? And what the heck did she want?
She asked if I wanted to go on a trip with her.
Huh? You aren't going to be going, right? Does she seriously think she can get you back now? Does this mean you had been talking to her about something before?
I haven't said anything to her, but I'm just wondering if she's wanting to get us all back together so that she can become close with you again. She even told me that she'd pay for us all to go.
Even if it's free, I don't want to go.
Alright, I'll let her know you said no.
Of course you will. I could never be on a trip with your mom for a few days. You should have known that I'd say no before asking, right?
Well, yeah, I'd assumed that, but she said that we'd be going to Hawaii for the trip, so I thought I might as well ask you. After all, you did say before that you wanted to go to Hawaii, right?
Uh-huh. Hawaii?
We'll be going there for 5 days.
Even though it's really expensive to be over there? And she's going to pay for all of that?
That's what it sounds like.
Hold on a second. Well, if it's Hawaii, then I should be okay with going.
Huh? But you'll be with my mom for 5 days straight?
But the price to be over there will be very expensive, right? This could really be her trying to ask for forgiveness for what she had done before. And going to Hawaii means she'd never want to be mean to me there, right?
I guess you could be right. But you had said before that you really wanted to cut ties with her. So are you really okay with this?
Yeah, I can bear it all for at least 1 week. So when are we going?
She asked if we wanted to go next month. That's pretty soon, right? I should be able to ask my boss to get me time off by then, but what about you and your work?
I can take time off. I'll use some of my PTO so everything will be fine.
I see. Then I'm gonna let my mom know.
Okay, thank you. I can't wait to get to Hawaii. I'm going to have to go out and buy myself some new bikinis now.
You should. Let's start getting things ready now while we can.
You guys still aren't here yet? The plane we all plan to be on will be leaving in another hour or so. And it's your mom that has the tickets, right? Why are you guys taking so long to get here? The parking lot wasn't that packed when we pulled up, right? How much longer are you guys willing to leave me standing here waiting?
The whole conversation about taking you to Hawaii was a lie.
Huh? Uh-huh? Why? Are you saying that the three of us all going together was a lie?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you leaving me here to go on that trip? When you get back here, we're divorcing. This was your last chance and you failed. I'm going to hand in all the paperwork as soon as I can.
We're already divorced though. So you don't have to worry about handing anything in today.
Huh?
You did say that if I ever stabbed you in the back again, we'd divorce, right? And you had me sign those papers you put together a while back as well. And so I handed those papers in.
Wait, hold up. Why the hell did you hand those in without telling me?
You had been wanting to divorce me, right? So this isn't a problem for you at all.
Why did you have to be the one to hand those in? Why? I was the one who was supposed to choose if we got divorced or not, right?
Well, you were the one asking me to sign all the papers back then, Melody. What was all that for then? Was that just you trying to threaten me with divorce?
Oh, whatever. I'm doing just as I said, and I'm divorcing you.
But I told you that we're already divorced.
Well then, for that I'm going to get a settlement from you, and whatever amount I ask for will be paid off no matter what you think of it. I'm going to make you wish you never went ahead and did something so selfish.
You're the one that will get money?
Why wouldn't I be the one to get money? You just ruined the marriage we had with one another that I worked so hard for, so I'm getting every penny I can from you.
No, I think you mean to say that you'll be paying me, right? You were the one that cheated on me after all. Oh? What's wrong? Did you forget about all of that in your rage? My mom saw you and you were with another man, right? That's why after you started claiming that she hated you so much.
What are you talking about? Do you have proof of this?
I do, and that's why I'm bringing this up. And that proof is from my mom looking further into you after she saw you and that man.
You're lying. Your mom would never do that to me.
You tried threatening my mom, didn't you? You told her that if she told me about you cheating, you'd make sure you're paid for it. You say things like if she were to expose you, you had no idea what could happen to us. And more recently, she said you've been paying her to keep her mouth shut. Why would you be paying her to do that if nothing was going on?
You're wrong. This is all just a misunderstanding on your mom's part. I would never cheat on you, Terry.
I told you, I have proof of this. You really are the worst. Because you got caught cheating, you began to threaten my own mom.
I'm sorry, Terry. I didn't mean to threaten her in that way. I was just asking her to stay quiet.
Huh? So because my mom is nice, you chose to take advantage of her? Stop with the crap, Melody. You'll be the one paying a settlement to me. And I'll also be talking with the man you've been sleeping with. I've heard he is married himself. You're going to have to pay off 2 different settlements now. You're so screwed, Melody.
Terry, I'm so sorry, but you're wrong. He was the one that ended up approaching me. I really didn't want to be around him, but he was my boss, so there was nothing I could do to stop him, and that's how things started.
If you hated it so much, then why were you the one booking hotel rooms for the both of you to sleep together in? And why would you be walking around the city during the day with your arms locked so tightly, as if there was no love to it?
I had no choice but to do all of that.
You think I can believe that? I have recordings of you threatening my mom as well, by the way. So there's no way you can dig your way out of this.
Since when have you known about this?
Before you and I had talked about the trip to Hawaii, I had everything from Mom. You've been claiming that she was picking on you, so I wanted to ask her about all of that as well. And when I asked her what was up with that, she began to cry and tell me all that was going on. Saying that she was so sorry for keeping her mouth shut about you cheating on me. Do you understand how that would make me feel about you after hearing those things from my own mom?
Terry, please forgive me. I'm really so sorry for all of this. I was an idiot back then, and I want to apologize to your mom as well.
It's too late to apologize now.
Hey, you're still in Colorado, right? Please come see me so that I can apologize to you both. It's almost time for the flight, so you should just be inside the airport, right?
Okay, I just told you a bit ago that the whole vacation was a lie. The 3 of us aren't going to Hawaii at all. Maybe we're back at my house now. and are preparing to move away.
Uh-huh.
We're already divorced, Melody. And I'll leave all your things as they are. But next week sometime, you need to move out of here. I'm gonna have the house sold.
Wait a sec, Terry. This is all happening to me too fast. I'm getting a taxi right now to take me home, so please wait.
Even if you do take a taxi home, in that time I'll be out of here. At the time, we were all on our way to the airport. I had some friends start packing my things up for me and having them loaded onto a truck.
Why did he even have to make up this whole lie about going to Hawaii? And why did he have to take me all the way to the airport just to leave me here?
Because I wanted to see where the truth really lied in all this. Right after my mom had told me about you and cheating on me, I made those plans with you to go to Hawaii with my family. But at the time, I didn't actually want to believe that you had been with another man. And so I made the plans up that we'd go to Hawaii, and during that time I could find the truth. To be honest, if my mom really was treating you as bad as you said she was, she would have never paid for you to go, right?
Well, I wasn't thinking about that at the time.
And I was wondering why you would have kept the divorce papers if you knew things were going to be better with a trip to Hawaii. But good thing you didn't get rid of them in the end.
But I had never planned on us actually getting divorced.
But you have been cheating on me that whole time. I'll have my lawyer talk with you later about the settlement and have them collect the money. Goodbye.
Terry, I'm so sorry. I really made a huge mistake. I know that now and want things to move forward from the mistake. Please, just rethink this whole divorce.
But we're already divorced, Melody. How many times do I have to tell you that to get you to understand? The deal was that after one more backstabbing with divorce. And you have been the one planning on handing those papers in for the longest time, right? After that, it took over a month of talking with my ex-wife about the settlement for her to finally understand that she had no other choice. And so, just the other day, I was finally able to get all the money I'd asked for. And of course, the wife of her boss whom she'd been sleeping with also asked for money from Melody. And not only that, but the boss's wife brought all of this to the attention of the company Melody and him worked for, and another investigation was started. And because of that, the word got out that they had both been having an affair, and soon Melody quit her job there. And the boss that she was with would get a major demotion and pay decrease. As for what happened to my ex after she had to borrow a lot of money to pay off the settlements, she had no place to go, and ended up going back to her parents' place. But when she started living with her mom and dad, they asked for her to start paying them every month to live with them. And that never worked out, forcing them to have to kick her out. After all that's happened to her to make her regret her decisions, she's been lighting up my phone with calls asking for forgiveness. So I took my phone into the store and got myself a brand new number so that she could no longer reach me. I also blocked all of her social media accounts, making it so that she really cannot find me anymore. And on the off chance that she was able to somehow contact me, I'll just go right back to ignoring her. After all that happened, I moved into a large apartment building, and I'm currently taking things slow so that my heart can heal. At first, I had no idea what had gone into Melody, and I just had to assume that my mom was being mean to her. But after learning the truth and ending everything between us, my heart and mind have had room to breathe again. And with the help of my family and friends now, I'm getting back on track to feeling as though none of that marriage ever happened. I do have to thank my mom, though, for everything she did after being threatened by Melody. If it wasn't for her one day telling me all about the truth, then I would still to this day be stuck, thinking that she was the one hurting Melody, and not the other way around. As a way of showing my thanks to her and to help myself relax a bunch more, I'll be taking my parents on a real trip to a local ski resort to sit back and enjoy life. And as for everyone else to help me through this, I'll make sure to show them that I've made it out of that toxic relationship. I'll make sure that going forward I continue to keep strong relationships, but will always make sure that everything is the truth before taking action myself.
Ugh, even the guest room is gone now. I barely recognize Eric's house anymore since you moved in and married him. It feels so tiny and cramped all of a sudden. I used to sleep over at my son's house all the time until you showed up. Talk about raining on my parade. I'm sorry. I guess this was always going to happen when he got married. I promise I'll work hard to make your son happy. I'll do everything I can to be the best wife in the world. I love him, and I want to show you that. I don't expect you to accept me straight away, but I hope one day I can earn your approval. I doubt that'll ever happen. I can't shake the feeling my precious son has been stolen from me. My son's like a memento of my husband to me. I'll make you proud, I mean it. Just like I'm proud to have you as my mother-in-law. Go on then, I'm listening. Tell me about your redeeming qualities, your talents. What can you actually do? Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you knit? Looking at you, you don't strike me as the kind of girl who knows how to operate a vacuum cleaner or a washing machine. Looking at me, do I look that incapable? I get angry just looking at your face. You look like the kind of cheap floozy who got railed by the entire football team back in school. Not only that, but you look so young you could actually be mistaken for a high school student. It's unseemly, and I don't think you're one bit suitable for my son. Wow, what the... You really think I look like that? I've never been told anything like that before. Okay, I understand. I'll change the way I do my makeup from now on. Change it? You'd be better off stopping using it altogether. No one will look at you twice then. Or is that why you wear it? Aha! I bet it is. You doll yourself up so you can hunt for other guys, don't you? Despicable. Is my Eric not enough for you? No way. Besides, I've never hunted for a man. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I have almost no experience with guys. Don't lie to me. There's no way that's true. I can sniff girls like you out from a mile away. I have an eye for this kind of thing. Do I really look like the kind of girl who goes hunting for guys? What the devil possessed my son to marry a little girl like you? You're probably not even out of diapers yet. You're a child. He's over 10 years your senior. I wish you would have picked an older woman, someone with more life experience. I'm sorry, Karen. Go and find a boy your own age and get your claws out of my Eric. I'm sure you could have any teenage boy you wanted. It's not like I married Eric for his age. It's just that the man I fell in love with happens to be older than me. Is that a crime? I know your game. You're after our money, aren't you? The older your husband, the sooner you'll get your grubby paws on his inheritance. That's what you're thinking, isn't it, you scheming witch? Karen, no, I swear. Your money means nothing to me. I love your son because he's kind, sweet, caring, and funny. We have the same hobbies, we can talk for hours, we just gel. Life is good when we're together, that's it. Why does there have to be some ulterior motive? That's only because my son is 1 in a million. It's a travesty that he stayed single for so long. Can you imagine the feelings of crushing disappointment and dismay when I found out what the bride I've waited years for is actually like? I'll try my hardest to win your approval, I mean that. You mean it, do you? Let's see if you really do. If you want my approval, you're gonna have to prove it. You're going to start by coming over and cleaning my house several times a week. It's time to see what you're made of. Roger that. You should know before we begin that I won't go easy on you. No mercy. Okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna show you what I'm made of. We'll see how long that attitude lasts. Daisy, what on earth is this disgusting food? Why would you make this? It's an abomination. Is this the kind of vomit-inducing prison slop you cook for my son? My God, he must dread coming home from work. Huh? Excuse me? The food in the kitchen. Whose kitchen? Wait, what? Do you mean you're in our kitchen? When did you come over? I thought I'd stop by for a surprise cooking and cleaning check to see whether you're fulfilling your womanly duties to a satisfactory standard. Huh? What's this? This is like something a child would make with a pretend cooking set. Do you mean the stew in the pot? That's Eric's favorite dish. He prepared it himself yesterday. I don't think he'd be happy if you ate it. You make my son cook his own meals, you demon wife! How dare you? You lied to me! You said you'd do the housework, and this is how you behave? You've got some nerve. No, you've got this all wrong. That's the only dish my husband makes. I'd be more than happy to make it for him, but he's really fussy about the way it's made. He says he uses a special method. There's nothing special about this slop. I wouldn't feed this to a pig. My poor son isn't cut out to make his own meals. I bet the only reason he's been driven to this is because your food tastes like such ass he has no choice. This is just proof of how unsuitable you are to be his wife. He clearly doesn't trust you to fulfill your duties as a woman. A man doing the cooking? The horror! Anyway, what the hell is going on with you lately? You were spotted by some of my relatives walking around town with a face like a zombie. They said you looked awful and asked what was wrong with you. Do you have any idea how much you've embarrassed me? At least make the effort to put some makeup on. Huh? I did used to wear makeup, but you told me to stop. So I did. I had no idea you'd end up looking like a ghost. I might have told you to stop wearing makeup, but I never told you to walk around in public looking like you'd risen from the dead. You might not care about looking like something from a horror movie, but I'm the one who has to endure the shame and embarrassment when you get spotted. This ends now. I'm sorry, I've been kind of sleep-deprived lately. I got diagnosed with anemia, and I've lost some of the color in my face. How can you be sleep-deprived when you're a stay-at-home housewife? Because I have so much to do. Like what? Like disinfecting all of the plates and cutlery with bleach in the middle of the night. Then there's polishing everyone's shoes, waxing the hallway floor, taking out the trash, sewing up the holes in your clothes, vacuuming, doing the laundry, getting rid of the weeds in the garden. Basically all of the stuff you told me to do. Are you trying to say that it's my fault you're sleep-deprived? How dare you? I wouldn't have enough time to do everything you ask me to, even if there were two of me. You make me clean your house from top to bottom every single day. Besides about 1,000,000 other things, I don't have time to sleep. I'm doing this for your growth and development as a person, and this is how you repay me? If not for me, the standard of your housework would still be that of a 5-year-old. Besides, it's only right that you should clean your in-laws' house as a sign of respect and gratitude for us for allowing you to be a part of this family. You said you wanted my approval, right? Yes. Then quit your complaining. The only reason you don't get done on time is because you're slow and inefficient. If you weren't so incompetent, you'd be going to sleep on time and you wouldn't look like an extra in a zombie movie. This is the bare minimum that's expected of any bride who enters our family. I told you I wouldn't go easy on you. I'm sorry. I'll try my best to get well as soon as I can, so the color comes back to my face. Just use makeup. You don't need to be healthy if you wear foundation. You can carry on doing your chores and no one will know how run down you are. What? At least if you're sick, there's a much lower chance of you falling pregnant. What's that supposed to mean? If this isn't clear enough already, I still haven't accepted you as my son's wife. The thought of you, a useless little girl like you, giving birth to my grandchildren makes me physically ill. I'd rather he join a monastery and take a vow of celibacy than bring your spawn into the world. God, I hope you're infertile. That hurts, Karen. Why would you say that to me? Oh my God. What am I supposed to do? Lie? It's the truth. I can't help the way I feel. How could I possibly love any child of yours? Impossible. Nothing you ever bring into the world could ever be lovable. So does that mean if I do have kids, you'll treat them exactly the same way as you do me? Of course, they'll be just as unlovable as their mother. The stray cats who hang around behind my house are cuter than any creature you could produce. Are you seriously talking this way about your own grandchildren? My kids won't necessarily be anything like me. A lot of children are the total opposite of their parents. What are you talking about? Stop talking nonsense. Anything you gave birth to would be doomed to a life of failure, rejection, and disappointment just by virtue of having you as its mother. That's why you should give up on the idea of kids. Why torment yourself with the delusion that you could ever be happy? Forget it. Imagine it. Even their own grandma would hate them. Tragic. I see. Look, Karen, I really wanted me and you to get along, but it looks like that won't be possible. Duh! Do you finally get it? Maybe there is a brain cell in there after all. Why should I have to get along with a failure of a wife like you? We're family. I just thought things would be a lot easier for everyone if we could get along, or at least maintain a friendly atmosphere. Forget it. Everyone knows that daughter-in-laws are nothing more than personal housemaids to their husband's parents. To think you'd have the nerve to call that family? Who the hell do you think you are? Wait, does that mean you don't even acknowledge me as family? Obviously. If you're not too dumb to understand that, get back to work. If even that's too much for you, get the hell out of my son's life so he can marry a woman who isn't such a pathetic good-for-nothing. I'd much prefer if you did the latter, by the way. Hi, Karen. I filed for divorce today. Woohoo! Time to celebrate! I gotta go get some champagne! My son's finally free. Thank God you're finally divorcing him. You've already wasted 2 years of his life by clinging to him like the financial and emotional leech you are. We can't wait a second longer. I'm so pleased. This is all I've been wanting to hear since the day I met you. Sorry it took me so long, but I finally made up my mind. Thanks for everything. Yes, and thank me you should. No one should have to tolerate someone like you for as long as I did. You have no idea how much stress you caused me. What are you doing about your things? You'd better not plan on hanging around my son's house any longer. I'll be moving in with him tomorrow, so get your ass out of there ASAP. I already left. I'm sorry for taking up so much of your precious space all this time. You're free to do what you like with the place from now on. Wow, that didn't take long. You got the message way faster than I expected. You know, for such an abject failure of a wife, you can be surprisingly sharp sometimes. I figured if I was gonna leave, I may as well get it over and done with sooner rather than later. I hope you lead a happy, fulfilling life. I don't need your best wishes. That goes without saying, with you finally getting out of my hair. I finally get to live with my precious son again. What more could a mother want? Think about it. I finally get to live a life free of the world's biggest pain in the ass, eyesore, and all-around disappointment there ever was. I'm the world's luckiest mom. I see. Well, I'm glad you're so pleased. Of course I am. I take great delight in how disappointed you must be that in spite of your best efforts, you didn't manage to get your grubby hands on a cent of my son's money. Despite that clearly being all you were interested in from the get-go. Sorry for hogging all the fun, honey. Whoopsie. Not at all. You said it yourself before. You can't help your feelings, right? It is what it is. If you don't want anything to do with me, who am I to say otherwise? I'm so pleased we finally reached an understanding. Nothing could make my life easier than not having you in it. You say that, but you're about to move back in with Eric again, aren't you? Even though you have a perfectly good house of your own? My house is old and rickety, needs repairs in several places, and is full of cockroaches. That doesn't sound perfectly good to me. It's over 70 years old by now. I'm finally taking the plunge and washing my hands of it. I have to put buckets down when it rains because of the holes in the roof, and the stairs are steeper than a medieval castle. I can't live out my retirement in that death trap. I'd be stupid not to move in with my son in his fancy new apartment. I see. So that's why. I've already made plans for the house to be demolished. I'll be living a life of extravagance and luxury in Eric's apartment again starting from tomorrow. while looking after him and trying to make up for the damage you inevitably did to him over these last 2 years. Sounds like you're getting exactly what you've always wanted, huh? I'm not the only one who's celebrating. Eric's over the moon too, you know. I mean, who wouldn't be? He'll finally get to stop eating the vile prison slop you call cooking every day. Vile prison slop? Are you talking about Eric's favorite dish again? I don't know how many times I have to tell you this before it finally goes in, but he's the one who makes that. Nonsense, my son's always been talented. The more I think about it, the more ridiculous it seems that he'd make anything as disgusting as that grotesque, sludgy concoction you call a meal. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's a grotesque, sludgy concoction. You pretty much live on Chinese takeouts, right? Probably not able to discern the subtle flavors of Eric's traditional stew because your taste buds aren't used to that kind of thing. Huh? What are you saying? Are you trying to suggest I have an unsophisticated palate? No, not in the slightest. You couldn't even let us say goodbye amicably, could you, you hateful witch? Whatever, what do I care? Why would I expect you to change your ways now all of a sudden? In any case, you have nothing to do with our family anymore. Never contact us again. Of course I won't. This is the last time you and I will ever speak. Don't think you'll be hearing from me either. Anyway, I have lots to do tomorrow, so I'm going to bed soon. I have to clean my son's apartment from top to bottom to get rid of all the dirt from your grubby hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, toodles, I can't say it's been a pleasure. Yep, bye. I hope you get the retirement you deserve. Daisy, was that you I just passed in the street? Huh? Is this Karen? Did you want something? I'm sure you said you were never going to contact me again. What do you want? I'm messaging because I have something important to talk to you about, of course. I see. Well, go on. What is it? You were walking with my son just now, weren't you? I saw you not 30 seconds ago. I know it was you. Sure, it was us. What of it? Why in God's name are you with my son? I told you very clearly to stay away from us. Besides, you got a divorce. Sure we did, but he's still my ex-husband. It's not like the divorce was particularly acrimonious. And we have a long history together. Whatever, forget that. More importantly, the fact that you're out with my son must mean you're able to contact him, right? Sure. Why? Oh, thank God for that. In that case, I have a very important message for you to pass on to him. Tell him I'm waiting for him at home, so he needs to come back here as soon as possible. He hasn't been home in weeks. He won't answer my texts or calls. I can't get through to him at all. You have no idea how worried I am about that boy. He's a fully grown man, and I can assure you that there's no need to worry about him. Eric's in good health, great spirits, and living with me at my house. Excuse me? Living with you? At your house? Are you saying my son's staying with you? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. He lives with me now. What on earth? Explain yourself now! He married into my family. He has my surname now. Huh? Don't be ridiculous. You two got divorced. What is this, some kind of April Fool's joke? It's September, you idiot. Stop screwing around and tell me what's really going on. That is what's really going on. We got remarried. He married into my family this time. Things clearly weren't working out the other way around. What in God's name are you talking about, woman? So you're saying it's your fault my son hasn't been home in weeks? You promised to leave us alone. What the heck do you think you're playing at? The only one I promised to stay away from was you, Karen. I never said anything about staying away from my husband. Feel free to scroll through the old chat logs if you still have them. It's all there. Besides, it's not my fault he hasn't been home in weeks. It's yours. My fault? What are you talking about? How could it be my fault? Who in their right mind would want to live with a mother who launched a merciless bullying campaign against their own wife? I think it'd be stranger if he did want to live with you given the circumstances. How many times did he warn you? How many times did he tell you he wasn't prepared to tolerate you treating me that way forever? You were so hell-bent on making my life a living hell that you completely ignored him. As a result, he had no choice but to give up on you. Give up on me? Do you mean he doesn't intend to come back? That's right. If we lived with you, it would only be a matter of time before you started bullying me again. Eric chose me over you. Lies! Vicious lies! There's no way my precious boy would choose a vile harlot like you over his beloved mother. None of this makes sense. If you're telling me the truth, why did you two get divorced? Admit it, he gave up on you because he agrees with me on what a hopeless waste of space you are. We divorced because we knew that if we didn't make some kind of bold move, the chances of him ever escaping from you were slim. We decided a temporary divorce was the best way to extricate him from his difficult situation. The idea was to trick you into dropping your guard so that we'd have room to maneuver while you weren't paying attention. Temporary divorce? Wait, so you mean this was your plan all along? To leave me all on my own? Exactly. You mean you manipulated my naive, impressionable son into abandoning his aged mother? You're sick, twisted. You need to see a shrink. What kind of person is even capable of this? He's the one who chose to abandon you. I didn't make him do anything. He's not naive or impressionable, and he is perfectly capable of thinking for himself. His decision ultimately had nothing to do with me. But it's your fault! How can you claim otherwise? Stop screwing me around and give me back my son! I'm that boy's mother! Do you plan on leaving me all alone in this apartment? I'm old and frail. Who's to say how long I'll even be capable of looking after myself? No, he doesn't plan on leaving you in the apartment, actually. He's selling it next month. Here's a message from Eric. Hi, Mom. Please get out of my apartment as soon as possible. Thanks. What? He's kicking me out on the streets? I had my house demolished before I moved in with him. He can't do this. Tell him he can't. I have nowhere else to go. How could he do this to me? Has he lost his mind? He said he didn't even hesitate about making you homeless after how hateful and abusive you were towards me all that time. Besides, isn't that more or less what you did to me? You drove me out of the house due to your irrational, deep-seated hatred of me. He learned a lot about you from seeing the way you treated me. He's just taking a leaf out of your book. Oh my God. Wait. Does he hate me? I'm his mother, and I'm all on my own? Well, I'm his wife, and you would have gladly seen me left on my own if you'd had your way. What's the issue here? You picked on, mocked, taunted, and abused me in a twisted campaign of hatred and harassment, based on nothing but your warped assumptions about me before chasing me out for what you thought was forever. Surely you can see you're getting exactly what you deserve. What goes around comes around. Me and you are not the same. What happened back then was different. You're right, we're not the same. Because unlike you, Eric loves me. His feelings towards you couldn't be more different. Ugh! You thieving, low-life scumbag failure of a woman! Do not try and make a fool of me. It'll be the last thing you ever do. Your threats don't scare me, Karen. I see you haven't changed a bit. This is kind of nostalgic. It's been a while since I've received one of your famous torrents of abuse. But if I were you, I'd stop speaking to me like that. Because Eric's sitting next to me reading your messages right now. And let me tell you, he's furious. Eric? He's with you right now? Yep. We're reading your lovely, charming messages together. Eric, listen to me. Don't let that woman dissuade you or twist anything I'm about to say. Please come back, son. I'm begging you. I love you very, very much. You know that, right? Please don't leave me on my own any longer, sweetie. I can't take it. I'm so lonely without you. Let's live together again. Here's a message from Eric. I no longer think of you as my mom. You're dead to me. You'd be better off thinking of yourself as childless from now on. No, Eric, no! Stop putting words in my son's mouth. He'd never say something so horrible to his mother. Here's another message. You're not my mother, and you have nothing to do with this family anymore. Never contact either of us ever again. As for the apartment you're currently living rent-free in, I'll have no choice but to take legal measures unless you take your stuff and get out by the end of the week. And his final message, I suggest you make sure you're gone sooner rather than later. Oh my God! No way. He wouldn't seriously abandon me like this, would he? Legal measures? I feel like I don't even recognize my own son anymore. He seems pretty serious to me. I want you to know that I didn't make him say anything. He's his own man, and this is a decision he came to all by himself after realizing what kind of a person you actually are. Wait, just wait. Please, Daisy, will you convince him not to go through with this? If anyone can change his mind, it's you. What do you say, honey? Do it for your mother-in-law, for old time's sake. Please help out an old dear in trouble, I'm begging you. Could you live with yourself if you allowed your husband to go through with this act of inhumanity? Could you sleep at night? Could you? I don't think of you as my mother-in-law, and I definitely don't think of you as my mom. You're nothing but a stranger to us. If my husband wants you out of his life, who am I to stop him? Besides, old time's sake? Give me a break. You hate my guts. Why would you beg me, of all people, to help you? I wanted us to get along at first, but believe me, I feel exactly the same way about you as you feel about me now. I couldn't hate you anymore if I tried. I'd rather save a stray cat. After that, Eric sold his apartment as promised, and my ex-mother-in-law had no choice but to find someplace else to live. However, being entirely dependent on her pension and having very little savings to her name, she was unable to find herself a place to live, even for rent. She had no choice but to beg her relatives for help, and I heard she's currently sleeping on her cousin's sofa. I can only imagine how much that stings for someone so arrogant and prideful. That cousin also found out about how abusive she was towards me, and apparently she's pretty cold towards her, forcing her to do all kinds of chores around the house in return for sofa rights. Knowing her personality, it wouldn't surprise me if she got given her marching orders again before long. After everything that went down, Karen, whose vindictive, spiteful hatred knows no bounds, actually had the nerve to show up at our new house, banging on our front door like a woman possessed and begging for forgiveness at the top of her lungs. Astonishingly, seemingly cognizant of the fact that the chances of my husband forgiving her were slim, she clung to me like a distressed toddler and broke down in tears. It should go without saying that I didn't forgive her, but I'll make it clear anyway, just for the record. No chance! Not only will I not forgive her, but I won't help her either. Eric and I are in absolute agreement on that. Eventually, after being mercilessly yelled at by her furious son, she trudged away, eyes on the floor, shoulders drooping, broken and defeated. A mere shadow of her former self. After realizing she knew where we lived, we immediately sold the house and moved out of state, far enough away that she'd never be able to bother us again. This time, just to make sure she can't track us down again, we didn't tell anyone who knows her our new address. Her last memory of her son was him yelling furiously at her as she begged for forgiveness. A crumpled mess on the floor by our doorstep. When she realized we'd moved a second time to escape her once and for all, I received a string of not-so-charming messages, which I initially just ignored, but eventually, after running out of patience, I blocked her. With this, I'll never have to deal with my demonic ex-mother-in-law ever again. Eric severed all ties with his own mother out of love for me. And I'm going to make sure I let him know how grateful I am to have such a wonderful guy in my life every single day from here on out.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.